Yes, sir. Sir, 1 second. Yeah. Good morning, everybody. I'm really sorry for that hindrance happened. Today we are here to just have a brief information or a very brief information about uh, what are the options we have in higher education, especially in basic sciences. When sir told me about this, when sir was talking about this sir, I thought it's not a very small information what we could share. It is very lengthy information, or it is a long thing where as and we explore, we have more and more information to explore. Though my intent is to focus on basic sciences, yes, there are a series of things happening for dental or medical, even engineering as well. But do remember, the moment you finish 12th, that becomes your new chapter, or that is a turning point in any student's career. Definitely, you or I would always feel 12th would make a decision-making thing. That always helps us to know what is our career, where I'm heading to, where I'm leading my life, because that 2 years of life, 11, 10, 12, what we have done or what we decide at particular time would obviously lead us to the entire life. That always matters a lot. We may have all these questions. Hope you could see the screen. It will be a confusing or very dilemma situation where we could able to just check out where am I, where I should go. It's like I'm completely lost, even though I could see so many ways to reach a destination. I know which way to reach or which way to follow. So always, everybody I feel will have these questions. It might be a student, more than a student, parents will have these doubts. What makes or what course I should my student should join or my kid should join. My neighbor has joined this course. Shall I be able to join the same course, or my cousin made his son to join this course? Shall I may send my son on the same course? So this comparison always happens. But purely speaking, the decision depends on us whom we are studying, or the student whom we are planning to study. Because it may not happen through force. It should happen only through choice. Right? I should enjoy all this. We should enjoy what I do. So keeping that in mind, I just move on. Yes, the moment you say science, you can go to all these things either for BSc, BCA, medical engineering, and paramedical. My focus is mainly on BSc. Roughly, I focus on BSc, BCA also, and few things about paramedical. Roughly, few things there here and there.
The
So now,
presentation is not uploaded. Sorry to interrupt. Presentation is not uploaded yet.
1 second, sir. Let me check it out.
Yes, sir. Now fine. Now fine. Please go ahead.
Now it is changed, sir.
Yes, sir. Now fine, sir.
Okay. Some participant is saying unable to see the content. Can you able to see the content now?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Now fine, sir.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, sir. So now, when you talk about the word science, there is always a statement nowadays. When engineering was in a boom, basic sciences, there are less people. The seats are vacant and all this. Yes, that is again a very sad situation to know. But thing is, basic sciences even today has its beauty, has its what can I say, importance required. So my focus is on mainly on BSc part, roughly on BCA, and a small information about paramedical, because students should have thoughts and things in a different way. So the options I'll give, the chance, decision is left to the listeners. So is the slide has been changed?
Yes, sir. No, it's the science.
Okay, fine. Yes, sir. Thank you, sir. Yeah. See, BSc again, Bachelor of Science is an enormous options we have, starting from physics to speech and hearing. we have n number of options available for us to start with or do BSc. The moment if you say BSc, oh BSc now, it's not like that. Earlier, BSc was one of the difficult course to carry out, but during the time period or during the course, it has become like BSc now. It's something like a very the slang itself sometimes says yo something, but strictly speaking, the BSc among any one of these categories or any one of these subjects will really helps to gain knowledge. You can show your talent, you can do wonders in that. But sometimes it may so happen, yes, once I do BSc, can I stop it there? Can I go for MSc? Can I go for something else? Definitely yes. BSc would not be a stopping point or your destination there. We can even extend up till MSc or PhD, post PhD. There are many options available. Even though if you say computer science is an application of some sciences, but these basic sciences are always a pillar. Many things are happening. Quantum physics are happening. No, quantum computing has come. So there are so many things which has to be observed with respect to BSc part. Now, what all I can see with BSc, anyhow, may not be only these lists what I have. There are plenty of other options also we have. I have at least 2 slides of information about what is that. I'm not changing slide very often to say what it is, what is any such thing, but my intention is to just give you an option to say these are the ways in which you can plan. So let me just check it out with that part. Yes, you can check with BSc Physics itself as in your main thing where we can talk about physics, chemistry based combinations, especially when we talk about BSc, we obviously will have physics, chemistry, maths as your subjects. But if you want to focus on more onto that, you can either take the combination, depending on the colleges, depending on the universities, what you plan to choose. You can choose any one of this. So there are options with physics, chemistry, zoology, botany, and roughly speaking, nowadays I could see some sensations where some of the young people are planning to do with BSc or MSc botany or BMSc geology. These two things, especially related to the nature, zoology and botany, both would really fetch you much more information, much more career options there. Anyhow, I have one slide to focus on where I can pitch in. Mathematics, there is a saying always, the mathematics scientists are very young always. It's scientist means always we have that dilemma. I mean, we have the feeling of gray hair, lengthy beard, and all. But mathematicians are always told they are the youngest scientists. They may also say if you are more than 40, then you are gone in mathematics. So maths is one field where if you are very good in playing numbers, if you are very good at doing calculations, you can really do wonders in that. Even today, mathematical based applications are really wondering, even machine learning, even your deep learning, convolutional neural networks, all these things, quantum computing, all these things are again in applications of mathematics where if you are very good at mathematics, you can play like anything with mathematics. Anyhow, computer science, I'm just completely keeping it aside because this would be discussed in engineering part. So I'm just skipping it aside. So when you talk about either agriculture, horticulture, food dairy and sericulture, this is again a separate wing what we focus on. Where in nowadays, uh, even though there are less colleges offering these courses, but demand is very high. The demand in 2 cases. One, sir, I haven't moved the slide, sir. I'm talking about the same slide. I'm not changing the slide. So one is on agriculture, horticulture, food dairy, and sericulture. These 4 are demand in 2 things. One, the supply for these are high, mean to say the students wanted to aspire these things are what as per my observations are high. On the other hand, the requirement of the graduates are also high. There is some gap in between that has to be filled. But remember to do these 4 courses where you wanted to get into this, it's very much required to have very good marks there. Normally, I've heard whether it is University of Agricultural Sciences, Raichur, or maybe UAS, Bangalore, they always say we take the cutoff ranking is very high there. So that means your way of approach, your way of understanding, your way of observation onto this should be very much high. And the last one, speech and hearing in this is again an interesting course. Walk Matha Shravana, where it's hardly few colleges are offering. One government college in Mysore it is there. If I'm not wrong, there are other 2 government colleges. So that speech and hearing is very important course for many things. It's not that you go and teach deaf and dumb students. No, there are so many things which works with the technicalities behind speech and hearing. How do they handle signals? How do you improvise their listening skills? How do you improvise if if they're not hearing properly? If they're unable to pronounce some words, how do I manage to make them work? So the task behind that, even they talk about signal processing, they talk about audio and video processing as well there. So it's speech and hearing is, I always suggest some people to just check out, can you try for this PSC speech and hearing? It's an very important course which really fetches your job. Need not be in India, abroad as well. Uh, so there is so much of options there because there's research happening. Because again, remember speech and hearing with computer science, speech and hearing with uh, recent trends are really fetching lots of information or lots of options for the graduates. Moving on, I think it's changed. Yeah. See again, this slide where we have so many options here. I'm not changing a slide from option to option. So it is one thing about microbiology, biochemistry, astrophysics, molecular biology is again four such categories, four such divisions where we can focus mainly on our own basic sciences thing. Yes, we need to focus on this. But on the other end, the forensic science again is an application of basic science where we focus on cybercrime, especially the cyber related activities, cyber security and all these things is very much required with respect to this forensic. Anyhow, we also had information some days back that talks about forensic science college should be established and all these things, because we have so many things to work on with forensics labs, the crime detection, the crime analysis. So all these things also helps us more with respect to forensic science. Sir, I'll change from this slide to this slide. Hello,
Yes,
sir.
Now it is changed.
It's not changed, sir?
Yes, sir. Now we can see physics, chemistry, geology, botany. Now the slide changed, sir. Please continue, sir.
No. Now, sir?
Now it is not changed, sir. Still the same slide. Now subject.
Microbiology.
Yes, now microbiology.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. And again, I always feel jealous sometimes. The word psychology was one of the fuzzing factors and buzzing factor for me sometimes. We say psychology, or psychiatrist, or something. That was a dilemma we had. But you remember, the post-COVID situation has changed the world like anything. Psychology-based students or psychology domain students are selling like hotcake in the market. So BSc psychology, MSc psychology, because again, psychology has been so many options. You have clinical psychology, HR psychology, medicinal psychology, and all these things. So there are many options available with respect to only psychology, and especially with respect to students' point of view, where we talk about school psychology. The person who has studied BSc psychology, MSc psychology has a better options, has a better vicinity, or has better their options in India, abroad India, because even the MSRs are less in India, and the options they have, the career options are very much high. So psychology, you cannot degrade it. It's a thing where you should scratch my head. No, if you want to know what others think, if you want to analyze what others plan, and you know, you should suggest, or you should, if you wanted to help them psychologically, psychology would be a better choice there. If you say yes, I can be a ear for somebody's problem, then psychology is a better choice for us, because basic psychology is an important thing nowadays. As I said, is post-COVID situations, there are plenty of options, including demands as well was one such uh, options we had earlier. But other than demands, nowadays we have the psychology-based counselors in every organizations to counsel the people. It might be your family counseling, it might be your educational counseling, it might be relation counseling, human counseling, and all those things. We have, including sports psychology also. So we have all these options. Sometimes, I mean, I sometimes say yes, psychology would be a better choice for people who will able to listen to somebody's problem. Meteorology, marine and navy, again, it is not. I can't say it comes under exactly basic science, but somewhere it can be able to link with basic sciences as well. So meteorology, not more or less having so much of options other than your government-based sectors. But marine and navy has too much. Merchant navies are happening so well. The navy is recruiting so many people because they have so much of openings happening there. Because of which we are able to plan so many things. If you are very much interested to talk about these things, like we wanted to serve the nation or something, like a navy is the best option there. Marine engineering, again, it will not come at exactly with basic sciences, but really it gives an option to study more things on that. Marine engineering has gained its popularity in recent past. So, as I said, these are the main pillars we focus on, like starting from physics to speech engineering, starting from microbiology to marine navy are the varieties of options, plenty of options we have in choosing the career. But the question would be there. Okay, I skip these slides. And the question would be there. What if suppose? What if suppose a question mark would be there? What if suppose I don't want to handle all these things sometimes? Can I plan something else? Yes, definitely. And before I move on to that part, I just focus on this, the job opportunities. I'm not, again, see, we have plenty of options here. See, we can able to check with state government, central government. It's obviously there. That depends on the government rules and policies. Let's keep that thing aside. I'm not commenting on that part. But moving on, remember, as I told, psychology is a subject which talks about having one post in many of the companies, or I can say almost all the companies, stating a counselor is required. Some companies would have hired more than 3, 4, 5 people as well. So IT companies are literally using this BSc based thing. And because of this post-COVID thing or during COVID thing, uh, pharmaceutical companies, especially drug making companies, gained their popularity. The people who are done with microbiology, biotechnology, BC biotechnology, I think I miss biotechnology, uh, biology, chemistry, I mean, drug related thing, had a severe options, or there are plenty of options to focus on their career. I remember stating many of my students who are working under these categories were struggling a lot and working hard to that, and they have many openings also. So it's not that the moment if you say you want, the moment you did BSc microbiology or something, you should have searched for the job. No. Even today, starting from medical transcriptions to medical content writing to pharmaceutical things and starting from pharmaceutical things to uh, uh, drug preparation, drug manufacturing, uh, uh, quality check on quality assurance of the drugs. In all these fields, there are lots and lots of options. No one does or buys in any other companies. If you talk about all these companies, have plenty of openings and lot many options for them to serve. Even many of the double degree holders in medical are working with respect to in these companies. And second option would be if you are basic science students, especially if you have done any of these uh, medical related courses, hospital would be a best option for us. But again, question mark would be there. What can I do there? Lab technicians would come there. Yeah, I'm not talking about that paramedical courses, so I just skipped that part. The last part three, what I have there, manufacturing and marketing companies. If you go around Bangalore industrial areas like Pune or Rajinagar or Aravalli thing, you could able to find at least there are 10 to 12 boards in every area to talk about openings for these people. These people in the sense, the basic science people. It might be especially biology, uh, then medical based thing like microbiology and psychology and other related things. So manufacturing and marketing companies are also hiring these people in many options. It doesn't mean you're talking about you become a you're planning to become a CEO or something like that. Yes, there are chances of becoming that as well. But at this moment, to start a career as a fresh graduate of a science graduate or whatever, that would always serve the purpose. And always, when you talk about this basic science, it is enormous quantity of having research. So research option is the best option. Sometimes, if you feel you have the brain or you have a thought of doing something there, because it is unending thing. You design something, tomorrow you have to change something. So there are so many unsolved or not solved, unsolved or yet to solve problems in these basic science based solutions. Research organizations would really help, especially we start from IASC onwards. There are many organizations who work on this part. You can check out with any one of this. At least you could find one advertisement in a newspaper, at least in alternate days, to check out for to opening for research scholars or research fellows or research assistants or the project assistants, whatever. At least you'll have one ad, any one of the organization throughout India in any newspaper. So that means we are in a position to talk about only few courses which really as other degree courses, which is not a good sign. So we have to focus on these. On the other hand, it's not the shedding engineering. It doesn't mean you focus on it. They are people work with starting to work with their own businesses with respect to basic science based thing, right? I can learn if you have done BSc psychology. I can start my own counseling center. There are I think many of you have observed there is a downfall of students studying, students observation, student concentration in the class in the post COVID situation. These counseling centers are helping them to come all these things. I think many of them have gone for counseling as well for their career counseling, definitely. So this own startups would really what I can say, change maker in the world. Because when government is supporting funding or having a seed funding for them to do so many activities, keeping these things in mind, sometimes I feel rather than joining a company, becoming an entrepreneur is good thing. Yes, there is a hard struggle there, but it really helps a lot. I'm not talking about only psychology, even if it is microbiology based thing, or if it is biotechnology based thing, or even if it is zoology, botany based thing. You don't know. If you just visit, I don't know how many are from Bangalore. I'm just giving an example of Bangalore based in this area because I've seen that. If you go in Mysore, which is towards Dodaladamara, you can find so many of plant nurseries are there. It's not the question of just visiting the nurseries. There are openings for people which talks about handling those nurseries as a graduate of botany, because they want to explore, they wanted to make sure that those things are more required thing, because that belt has some chemical based industries are a little bit more in that side. So obviously their focus is on that part. Even BSc chemical, there are still openings are there in that. So there are, I'm just saying in options for you to just check out, where you can find these options to say where I should fit in, where I should carry on my work. So business startups are also a good idea for us to handle things. And remember, biotechnology, microbiology, these two, along with remaining other science divisions, because of this jobs and at least I see 3 startups working only on waste management, where they are basically from BSc Biotech. 3 into roughly around 10 people in the company. So there are so many options we have. There are so many startups available or planning to have the startups for them to focus on. Just pause for a while. Always we had a clarification there. What if suppose that I'm not here to focus on uh, something I wanted to not deep, not to uh, get into this. Definitely, anyone can join diploma course. Anyhow, since it is out of discussion, yes, what is your focus on? From high school to 12th, you have made a right choice. You have another couple of focus what does into dream. Yes, you have thought of becoming a second thing. You want to become a research scientist. Yes, you just plan and just check out. See, I wanted to add one more thing there. Many have some clarification. Is it like, do we have to go for only jobs when we finish this basic easy based things courses? No, there are plenty of research organizations as specified with respect to IAS. There are many openings in that, along with atomic research, coal research, uh, mining research, private sector organizations to work on. Keep in mind, you should try to dream, work, volunteer, and gather some information. Don't always say, yes, I'll get to that. No, this is a time for you to just fix it out. And please, since we have that with us, please check what is what. Don't blindly say yes for anything. So just check out what is your requirement, what is your plan, what is your thought, what is your dream. Check out and get more information on what is required there. Don't blindly say yes for everything. And uh, uh, oh, oh. The second point, please talk to people. Please talk to people about that. You have firm decision, you just focus on what is your goal, and you just communicate with them. This is what my plan. How can I move further? This is what my plan. How can I move further? Right? And it's you mean to say it's I who decide my career. It's not somebody else decide my career. So people, it means if I answer for Aga to study something, it doesn't mean I should go study there. No, I should know what I am planning to do. It doesn't mean nobody should impact my decision. You may have trouble, yes, but you definitely end up full gather. Why I'm saying all these things? I have seen people who have taken BSc psychology, BSc biotechnology, BSc microbiology, or any other basic science courses. Literally speaking, they're all working abroad. Now they are nowhere in in, in very small positions. They're really doing good. And I'm specifying it because they're abroad, because you can able to explore more options. You have right? Initially, never have options. Even lecturing is one options when you start with this thing, because you have so many universities, you have so many learning apps coming up, you have so many online tutors available coming up, and uh, forgot to say mention one thing. In the startup, you don't believe making an YouTube videos would really fetch you so many things later. You don't know. Even though if you suggest things, both in monetizing as well as YouTube videos are helping or becoming a source of income sometimes, a source of income for some people nowadays. So that also is one option for us. So yeah, just giving some of that. Nobody your dreams, you control. So don't stop learning. Please do learn. So only I said, rather than focus on what is what. Suppose you want to become a microbiology scientist, what is your plan? What is this helping us? Check out, because you have core art to check out your discussions. You have other many other discussion forums we have. This is what we check out. What is what? Where is what? And even if it is linked, if you wanted to search for jobs, LinkedIn would really help find out, because we have lots and lots of job posting can be seen in the LinkedIn. So never stop learning. If you wanted to know something, if you are doing a BSc mathematics, you want to become MSc mathematics, you want to make MSc in graph theory or MSc in MSc in MSc Max in specialized in fluid mechanics, or MSc Max specialized in graph theory or probability, you have plenty of options available for that. It's only thing matters is your involvement, commitment, and dedication. And the slide is just to make you to show where you are and how you are and what is my plan. Maybe you cannot. No, I can say in step number 3, I want to do it, but the question mark is what to do, how to do, and all. So maybe after your 12th examination or PU examinations, you will be in that position to check out what is my plan. Yes, I wanted to do, but something. What should I do? Where should I go? What is my plan? So to understand and analyze and all these things, these things would help. It might be this webinar would help, or your other articles would help. You may able to study so many other options available across the world, across the globe. So just check out what is your plan and what is your achievement and what is your thing. Just 1 second. Just check out 1 second. See, maybe a plan for 2, 3 years or a 5 year. Either you can plan for 3 or 5 to know what is your plan. It doesn't mean you plan for micromanagement. No, at least you say BSc is my plan. In between, what I should I do? You want to do any course on that? Please do remember, when you're doing BSc, when you're doing MSc, nowadays online you have many courses floating, right from Udemy or right from Coursera or any other learning platforms, EduTech or Simply Learn, whatever. Every online learning platform has courses in every single domain. It might be biology, botany, psychology, or even arts, computer science, whatever. Have course for everybody. An academy is one stream, next many. That's only free and live. Yes, you go to any university, you get a degree done. Along with that, you have to skip. You have to check for additional qualification. What course you have done? What is your additional thing? What is your plan? And it really fetches you a lot, because your resume, your focus, or your what can I say, profile should say what you have learned extra than what you did study. Everybody in the class would get BSc honors psychology or BSc honors physics. Agreed. But what is your extra thing? What you have done? If you have done something extra, like yes, I have done a course on molecular biology studied from Stanford University, or maybe if you plan for something like uh, decision making algorithms course, or a graph theory course from some other MIT, that would be an added advantage. And do publish or do write an article. It might be a research article. It might be a small, simple things what you are able to explore that really fetches you a lot to check out what is your plan. So that's what I said. Make a plan. Make a plan to make a degree. Make a plan to make a master degree. Make a plan. And remember, the moment if I say plan, plan include both your technical, financial, operational, all these three. So when you say technical, yes, which course, which college, which branch, blah, blah, blah. Financially, I don't know what is your pocket size. I don't know what is your pocket weight. So discuss with your parents, check out whether you can able to explore this, or whether you want to skip this, whether you want to go plan for some other things, whether you have options to study. check out which college, what is your budget for that. Then check out operation. Is it possible to really for me to work with that part? Can I able to manage with that handling things? Yes. So that has to be taken care by you. You know, when you are talking, when you are working, when you are studying, it's please, it's your plan. And move on is that is. And remember, when you're planning for this, there will be some people who will be always pulling you back. That shouldn't happen. There may be always something. This course, ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿಲ್ಲ ಲೇ ಬೇಡ. That way would always give you a negative factor for you stating, did I made a wrong? Did I made a mistake? Something like that. No. If you're firm with your decision, go ahead. There may be people who want to simply pull your leg for nonsense reasons. Don't get into those activities, right? And last but one, I guess, yes, it's your plan, your career, your future. We have so many options what I can list out now. Yes, agreed. I have just given a glimpse of what we have with respect to sciences, but there are a lot of options in between. I purposefully didn't open the slides for everything, because if I go into of what is happening in BSc physics, MSc physics, MSc chemistry, BSc chemistry, MSc, going into your depth also, it won't serve the purpose. So it is given what I can say, a flavor of all these subjects. It depends on you to choose to become which flavor is yours, which is your chocolate to taste it. So chocolates or ice creams have been kept in front of you. You can just check out. This is what is shown to you. You can choose whichever you are comfortable and whichever you are able to manage. I just repeat once again. Basic sciences, yes, initially you have to stick out with what is your plan and all those things. And please don't compare yourself with an engineering graduate or a medical graduate or somebody else. You are different than us, because you should proudly say you are the main thing for any innovation, because engineering is all application of basic sciences. So you should be proud enough to feel that yes, I am what is doing this. Anybody is coming and building something is above us. I mean to say on us. It's not that they are creating something, right? So keeping these things in mind, I just go for any questions or anything. Hope I am audible there.
Yes, yes, Mithun. Thank you, Doctor.
Yeah, I forgot to mention one more thing. So after that, there may be a question on. Hello.
Yes, yes, sir. Please. Please tell me, Doctor.
Sir.
Yes, tell me. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yeah. 1 second, sir. I missed one point there.
Yes, yes.
I was talking about this. Sir, can I?
Yes, yes, please, please. Please go ahead, Dr. Mithun.
Okay. 2 minutes, sir.
Yeah.
See, normally when what happens, I was talking about pocket weight, or I don't know what is your budget and all those things. To be frank, as of now, you can even plan for your studies, plan for your thoughts, or plan for your decision. But remember, there are plenty of options. There are plenty of sources available for your money as well. It doesn't mean the moment if I don't have a budget, I should skip. No, you have options with starting from bank loan to any other options, because government's also spending amount of rupees for scholarships. Many other organizations are funding for scholarships. So it doesn't mean you should stop studying because of budget constraint. No, check out what is the option, and you can just move on accordingly. Yes, sir. Okay. If you have any questions, do let me know.
Thank you very much, Doctor. Few of the questions, few students would like to contact you for their career guidance. And one question is,
Definitely, sir.
please emphasize how BSc is also an important course that students can take up and become scientists. The various opportunities associated with this BSc and benefits.
Sir, I couldn't get. Can you repeat it, sir?
Related to BSc, can you emphasize on BSc degree more that how one can become scientist and the benefits associated with it? BSc degree.
BSc degree scientist, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
No, yeah. See, normally when the word scientist comes into picture, it is a question of research. Research doesn't mean you should become a doctorate and do research. Research should come with your part of your life when you start doing something. So suppose if you say a square, ax square plus bx plus c is a quadratic equation formula. Why that has been formed? Why can't I change? Or maybe if you're aware of it, if somebody has observed, I wanted to arrange some numbers in some order. What technique I use? Or I have so many solutions in front of me, which one to use for what purpose? See, all these options what I have, that thinking itself becomes a research there. Which one to use, which one to choose, which one to adapt, which one to implement.
Thank you, Dr. Mithun ji. If any other questions,
So,
I request
BSc, I cannot say the moment you BSc become a researcher, but I say BSc would be a stepping stone or a starting point for you to start with your research. There are, if you see the articles, research articles written or published, you could see many BSc students would have written more better papers than somebody else, right? So research would start with BSc. I cannot say research is BSc. If you are really a person who can think, research would start there. Yes, sir.
yes, thank you very much, Mithun ji. Now I request if any questions they can post on
Sir?
the discussion later also. Yes, sir. Now I request if any rules from our KSTA staff, any questions from other colleagues, please do ask or we can wind up this session formally.
Dr. Mithun,
Thank you, sir.
Dr. Mithun, I'm see you are your talk was very important. And Dr. Mithun, hello, hello.
Sir, there is echo, sir.
Yeah, now I think it must be okay, no? Thank you very much for a very informative talk. I'm sure many students who have joined
Yes,
will
sir.
be benefited by your talk. And in fact, after PUC, some of them would not know what to do. And your talk gave a good information to them and good inputs. I'm sure they will make use of what you have said. On behalf of KSTA, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Mithun ji. Now we would like to communicate with you in future also for such technical sessions, webinar, either through online sessions or offline sessions at our academic campus. We would like to invite you and please, we need your cooperation and your support in future.
Thank you, sir. Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you, Dr. Mithun ji. At the outset, I would like to thank on behalf of KSTA, on behalf of all the participants, teachers, students, to our today's resource expert, Dr. Mithun BN, Assistant Professor, Christ University, Bangalore. Thank you very much, sir. Also, I would like to thank our staff, KSTA technical team, non-technical team, administrative team, and last but not
Sure, sir. Definitely, sir. Thank you for the opportunity, sir.
yes, sir. Also, I would like to thank all the students and teachers without whose participation this would have not been successful.
Definitely.
Most of the students will be will be watching this YouTube session later due to some class timing session clashes. The more number of students couldn't join this session. They'll be watching this later, and we will be sharing them this recorded session also to many colleges, professors, and students. With this, I would like to end today's session, and I request all of you to join Monday session on agriculture sciences, the career opportunities, and higher education related to agriculture sector. Thank you. Thank you once again. Thank you, Dr. Mithun ji.